cottage cheese versus clarity. We're at the Vive Crop Protection booth at Commodity Classic, and we're talking about tank compatibility and how products can make or break your farming existence. I've got Johnny Verell, Kevin Matthews of XtremeAg, and Doug Baumann with Vive Crop Protection. Thank you very much for allowing us here. I think this is really cool. Before we hit record on the camera, Johnny, you said, Damian, in this jar right here, it's a bunch of particles. It's not obviously in solution versus this. This can go through my sprayer. This is going to clog up my sprayer. Encapsulated technology?
Yeah, encapsulated technology. You know, last year they brought us some products for us to trial. Never heard of anything like that. It was products that we've been using for years, and they just figured out how to encapsulate them, make them compatible for about any type of tank mix that we have out there.
It's an interesting thing. Most people that are just driving down looking at the countryside don't even think about this. You guys think about it because they've had to clean out a clogged sprayer. Tell me what am I holding here? You're the PhD.
When you got that good guy in your right, that is active ingredient encapsulated, encrusted by our nano-polymer technology, and it's the strongest protection you can give to keep an active ingredient from turning to cottage cheese in really, really tough conditions.
Before we start, we're setting this shoot up. Emily, the marketing gal here at Vive, said, well, Kevin, have you ever had a compatibility issue in your sprayer? And you said, well, yeah.
Yeah, the sprayers are bad, but you know, the Asteroid, we're putting it in the planter at corn planting, and I will tell you, you stop them little orifices up, you got a bad day, and I've done it. I mean, we've plugged the planter from one end to the other.
Right, so you're using this in your liquid application at time of planting.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fungicide, and it works really well, season-long protection, but the neat thing about it is it will play well with phosphorus in your in-furrow mix. Very few will do that. Hardly any.
Compatibility.
So that's a fungicide, but they also had an insecticide that you got to use, right?
Yep, got to use it, and they're both are for fertilizer. They have FC on them,
yep.
And
fertilizer compatible.
Compatible.
So the big thing, you know, I get it. You've got an advanced degree, and I said, hey, let's not geek out too much about this. Let's talk about why it matters to the farmer. Encapsulated technology is a neat thing, but I don't know why that matters to me. And that's when you said it matters because.
Yeah, you get extra. It helps with the coverage on the plants too, right?
Yeah. So in the foliar version of that technology, beautiful deposits, really low contact angle, nice spreading, better bioavailability, faster uptake, all the good things that you want.
So the compatibility is a big deal, but also the fact that it makes the particle smaller, which means.
Yeah, and the plant uptake, whether it's metabolizing through the roots, the foliar is what Johnny was talking about, the coverage.
Get higher coverage.
It's a big deal, and when you can, we got to put everything in that pass we can to make it as cheap a pass as we can. We don't have time for multiple passes.
What are you using this year, both of you on your farms, when it comes to the Vive products?
The Asteroid, I'll be running it in furrow on my corn this year for a fungicide.
Yeah, we'll be running the Asteroid, and we'll also be using the Bifender product.
And what does that do?
It's an insecticide.
Yeah, insecticide.
Yeah, Bifender is a bifenthrin product, where that particle size for better coverage, 64 times more particles per pound than the leading competitor. So you think about coating that seed bed and how much coverage you're going to get, a little goes a long way.
So the thing, kind of like in an engine, the finer particle you can put into your piston, the more power you get out of it. It's kind of a similar concept.
Yeah, we had a lot of wireworm issues last year, and that's one of the reasons that we're targeting that species.
I love your visual. All right, if people want to learn more about this, where do they go?
Yeah, vivecrop.com.
Vive, V-I-V-E, crop.com.
You got it.
Got it. He's Doug Baumann. He's here with Vive Crop Protection, joined by Kevin Matthews and Johnny Verell with XtremeAg Commodity Classic 2025. Cottage cheese versus clarity, encapsulated technology, compatibility, particle size. Learn more. Go to vivecrop.com. Vivecrop.com. Till next time.